Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Aghisniya Salma from the English Education Department. Today I would like to present my seminar proposal entitled The Effect of Implementing an AI-based flipped classroom for Argumentative Writing Skills. Okay, now let me explain the background of this study. There are 5 main problems that I found in the classroom regarding argumentative writing. First, students struggle to develop logical and structured arguments. They often write randomly without clear reasons. Second, there is a lack of personalized and prompt feedback on each student's writing. Teachers have limited time to give feedback to all students individually. Third, the flipped classroom model has not been widely integrated with artificial intelligence or AI. Most teachers still use the conventional method. Fourth, students have low critical thinking and higher order writing skills. They find it difficult to express their opinions with strong evidence. Fifth, teachers have limited time to provide individual revisions for argumentative writing. This makes it hard for students to improve quickly. Now, why did I choose this topic? Because I have 5 reasons. First, based on previous studies by Liu Bojevic 2025 and Kampusen 2025, AI such as ChatGPT has been shown to provide instant and personalized feedback for writing. This can help solve the feedback problem. Second, research by Beck and Yadagarideh Kordi 2023 found that flipped classroom increased student participation and learning independence. Third, the combination of AI and the flipped classroom is still very rarely researched, especially for argumentative writing. So this is my research gap. And the fourth, argumentative writing is an essential skill for academic success and critical thinking. Students really need this skill for their future studies. And the fifth, this research can provide practical contribution for teachers who want to integrate AI in their writing classes. And moving on to the research questions, this study has 3 research questions. The first question is there any significant effect of implementing an AI-based flipped classroom on student argumentative writing skills? The second question, is there any significant difference in the improvement of argumentative writing skills between students taught using AI-based flipped classroom and those taught using conventional flipped classroom without AI? And the third question is which aspect of argumentative writing, like thesis, arguments, or reiteration, shows the highest improvement after the implementation of AI-based flipped classroom? Then, based on these questions, here are my research objectives. First, to test the significant effect of AI-based flipped classroom on argumentative writing skills. Second, to examine the significant difference in improvement between the experimental class and the control class. And the third is to identify which aspect of argumentative writings shows the greatest improvement. Okay, now let me explain the theories that support this research. For the review of related theories, I use 4 main books. First, Tolmin 2003 and Martin and Rose 2007 for argumentative writing. So, From Tolkien, I deal of argumentation, which includes claim, data, and warrant. From Martin and Rose, I take the structure of argumentative essays, which consists of thesis, arguments, and reiteration. The second book is from Bergman and Sams 2012 for the flipped classroom model. Their theory explains the stages of flipped classroom. There are pre-class, in-class, and post-class. And the third, the book from Holmes, Bialik, and Fadel, 2019, for AI in education. So their book explains the definition of AI, the role of AI for writing feedback, and the advantages and disadvantages of using AI. Um, Next, I will present 5 previous studies that are relevant to my research. Okay, the first study is by Rohani and Red to 2022. Yeah, 2022. They used a quasi-experimental method and found that hybrid flipped classroom has a significant effect on argumentative writing skills. However, their study didn't use AI. And the second study is by Liu Bojevic, yeah, 2025. This case study found that ChatGPT is good at essay structure and vocabulary, but weak in personal opinions and critical thinking. Again, because this study didn't use a flipped classroom. And the third study is by Campusen 2025. Using mixed method, the study found that ChatGPT improves academic integrity, argument construction, and evidence integration. Yeah, but again, no flipped classroom was used. And the fourth study is by Sultanpour and Valizadeh, 2018. Their quasi-experimental study found that flipped classroom is superior to traditional classroom for argumentative essays. However, they didn't use AI. The fifth study is by Moore and Mayer, 2016. They used genre analysis and found that thesis and reiteration can be classified as open or closed based on the language used. And this helps me understand how to assess the quality of thesis and reiteration. Um, Based on these 5 previous studies, I found several research gaps. Let me summarize the research gaps, okay? First, no research on flipped classroom for argumentative writing has yet integrated AI. Second, no research on ChatGPT or AI for argumentative writing has yet used flipped classroom. Third, no research has yet combined AI and flipped classroom together for argumentative writing, and this is the main gap. Fourth, no research has yet used the complete 3 aspect rubric, including thesis, arguments, and reiteration together in one study. Therefore, my research will fill these gaps by combining AI and flipped classroom and using the 3 aspect rubric. Next, this is my theoretical framework. I will explain the theoretical framework briefly. The independent variable is AI-based flipped classroom, which combines 2 things. Flipped classroom theory from Bergman and Sams, 2012, and AI theory from Holmes et al., 2019. Yeah, and the dependent variable is argumentative writing skills, which consists of three aspects. There are thesis, arguments, and reiteration based on Tulmin 2003 and Martin and Rose 2007. And the arrow shows that the AI-based flipped classroom is expected to affect students' argumentative writing skills. Now, the hypothesis of this research, based on the theories and previous study, I propose three hypotheses. For research question 1, the null hypothesis says there is no significant effect of AI-based flipped classroom on argumentative writing, uh, while the alternative hypothesis says there is a significant effect. For research question number 2, the null hypothesis says there is no difference in improvement between the experimental and control classes, while the alternative hypothesis says there is significant difference. Yeah. For research question number 3, the null hypothesis says there is no difference in improvement between the three aspects, while the alternative hypothesis says there is a significant difference. Okay, let me now explain the research design and methodology. Uh, this research used a quantitative approach. The research design is quasi-experimental, specifically the non-equivalent control group design. The population is all mm, 11 grade students. The sample will consist of two classes and an experimental class and a control class. Each class will have around 30 students, and I will use purposive sampling. The independent variable is AI-based flipped classroom, and the dependent variable is argumentative writing skills. For data collection, I will use a pretest, a post-test, an argumentative writing rubric, an observation sheet, and a student response questionnaire. The research procedure is: first, both classes take a pretest. Second, I give treatment for 8 weeks. The experimental class will use AI-based flipped classroom, while the control class will use conventional flipped classroom without AI. And the third, both classes take a post-test. Yeah. For data analysis, I will use SPSS. First, I will check normality and homogeneity. Then I will use an independent t-test to answer uh, research question 1 and research question 2. For research question 3, I will use ANOVA to compare the three aspects. Yeah. Finally, here are my references. I have used a combination of journal articles and textbook. For the theories, I use four main textbooks. Yeah, Sulmin, Martin and Rose, Bergman and Sams, and Holmes, Bielik, and Patel. Yeah, there are also additional references. Okay, that's all I can present today about my research proposal, and I kindly ask for your suggestion and feedback to improve this research. Thank you very much for your attention, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.